Upon recent inventory of my emergency communications bag, I realized there would be some scenarios where my antennas I've packed away might be useless. Most of the antennas that I have in my bag depend on having high trees and other high structures from which to hang them. As we all know from our Katrina experience, many of the trees and structures were down. Badly affected areas here on the Gulf Coast looked like they were on the receiving end of an atomic bomb detonation. I started looking through my inventory of scrap, junk, and or broken items I had lying around the house and went to the drawing board. I came up with a 5-band vertical antenna design that covers 10 meters, 12 meters, 15 meters, 17 meters, and 20 meters. Using a broken sailboat mast, a broken marine VHF antenna, and a broken fishing rod, an old umbrella stand, and some heavy-duty heat shrink, I created a 3-piece hollow fiberglass mast that I can easily put together and take down. Now all I needed was antenna materials. I had plenty of old damaged extension cords, some scrap antenna wire, banana connectors, old household wire, and some bungee-type fiberglass tent poles. Now armed with research and materials, I formed a plan. I had everything I needed to build this 5-band quarter-wave antenna. I put together my 3-section mast, cut the antenna wires approximately a quarter wave for each of the 5 bands, and put banana connectors on them so they quickly assemble and disassemble the antenna, and or stow the antenna. I ran the largest length of wire, the 20-meter band, up the center of the hollow mast. I removed the bungee from the tent poles and used 4 of the tent pole sections as spreaders. I placed them about 4 feet high off the mast in a crisscross pattern to spread the remaining 4 bands. Using an old funnel, I drilled 4 holes to make a place to attach the bungee cord to tighten the wires on the diamond-shaped spread. In order for the antenna to perform, I needed ground radios. I stripped extension cords, cut them approximately 17 feet, and made 5 sets of 3 for a total of 15 17-foot radios. Tuning antennas is always tricky because everything seems to affect it. I did the best I could given the challenges presented by the trees and the power lines in my backyard. I made an air balloon with 6-inch pipe and coax. Ultimately, I was able to tune the antenna and get some really good SWR readings on all the bands. Now it was time for a good field test. So I broke down the antenna and headed to the beach. Setting it up was a real breeze. I didn't use the ground radios. Instead, I took a lead ball and attached a wire to it and used the whole Gulf of Mexico as my ground plane. Making contacts on all 5 bands truly was the icing on the cake, especially having friends around to share it with. Making a few distant contacts was the cherry on top.
It'll be about 5, 6 to 7 as far as strength. My name is Cal and I live in Katy, Texas normally.
Roger that. Where are you at now?
On the island of Curacao. Curacao is off the coast of Venezuela.
Curacao. Great. That's cool. Well, I'm glad this antenna's working good. It probably has a lot to do with propagation.
It does. There's a lot of stations in the U.S. That are clear. I'm on vacation down here and enjoying the sunshine and the water.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Well, what are you doing down there? Are you on vacation?
Yes, and we're going to work the contest this coming weekend, the CQ contest.
Roger that. Well, I'll probably be out there too as well, but I'll probably be at the home base.
Okay, well, your signal's pretty good. Over me.
Well, I appreciate it, and I'm going to go ahead and say 73 and go ahead and move on. So thank you very much for coming back to me. Papa Juliet 2, November 5, Bravo Romeo, with Whiskey 5, Delta Delta X-Ray, 73.
Before tearing down, I had one last thing that I wanted to do to make my day complete. Our Aries team just happened to be doing a class on WinLink, and I was able to get a message to them, contacting on 20 meters. What a great day.